Did you know everything you thought about dinosaurs might be wrong? The prehistoric giants conjure images of majestic, towering creatures roaming lush forests. But the reality was far darker. From brutal predatory behavior to mysterious extinction events, dinosaurs had a terrifying side that most documentaries dare not reveal. Today, we uncover the sinister truths about these long-extinct beasts. Buckle up, because what you're about to learn will forever change how you view the dinosaur kingdom. First, let's talk about one of the most infamous dinosaurs of all, Tyrannosaurus rex. Picture it, a 40-foot-long predator with serrated, bone-crushing teeth. But did you know T-Rex was likely a cannibal? Paleontologists have discovered bite marks on T-Rex bones that could only have come from another T-Rex. Imagine a world where the top predator didn't just hunt other species, but its own kind. It wasn't survival of the fittest. It was survival of the most ruthless. These weren't mere hunters. They were apex predators in an era where the weak were consumed without mercy. Now, while we're on the topic of predation, consider the velociraptor. Thanks to Hollywood's depiction, we often view velociraptors as cunning pack hunters. But evidence suggests a much darker story. Paleobiologists have found skeletons showing that velociraptors weren't loyal team players. They were opportunistic loners, prone to turning on their own if food became scarce. Let this sink in. The cunning hunter you've imagined was more likely to shred a packmate than help it take down prey. And those claws. They weren't just for hunting. They were likely used to disembowel others in acts of prehistoric betrayal. But the darkness doesn't stop there. Let me introduce you to the Troodon, one of the smartest dinosaurs ever to exist. With a brain size relative to its body that was larger than most other dinosaurs, some scientists theorized that if the asteroid hadn't struck Earth, Troodon could have evolved into a terrifyingly intelligent and dominant species. Imagine a world ruled not by humans, but by hyper-intelligent reptilian overlords. A chilling alternate reality, isn't it? And speaking of that asteroid, let's dive into the apocalyptic event that wiped out the dinosaurs, the Chicxulub impact. A 10-kilometer-wide asteroid slammed into what is now the Yucatan Peninsula, releasing energy billions of times greater than an atomic bomb. The heat wave incinerated everything within thousands of miles, while the ensuing dust cloud blocked sunlight for years. But here's a horrifying fact. It wasn't the asteroid alone that killed the dinosaurs. As the Earth darkened, temperatures plummeted, and food sources disappeared, these prehistoric creatures likely suffered slow, agonizing deaths. The 66-million-year-old extinction event is a testament to one of the darkest chapters in Earth's history. Dinosaurs weren't just victims of nature, they were also masters of cruelty. Let's talk about the Ankylosaurus, a tank-like herbivore with a spiked club for a tail. Science shows that these herbivores didn't just use their clubs for defense against predators. Ankylosaur tails bear evidence of strikes to their own species. In essence, they were gladiators of the dinosaur world, battling their rivals in brutal, no-holds-barred combat. Imagine stumbling across two Ankylosauruses in the prehistoric wild. Instead of munching leaves peacefully, they're smashing each other with clubbed tails, each blow potentially fatal. It's a vision straight out of an ancient nightmare. And then there's the Spinosaurus, the largest carnivorous dinosaur ever discovered, surpassing even T-Rex. While its unique sail-like structure once captivated paleontologists, recent studies suggest a far more sinister purpose. That sail may have been a hunting mechanism, helping Spinosaurus regulate its body temperature to adapt to aquatic and terrestrial habitats. Why? To dominate both land and water. Essentially, Spinosaurus was a dual-environment predator, capable of hunting prey wherever it dared tread. It's the stuff of true nightmares. Imagine a pursuit where there's no escape, whether in water or on land. Let's not forget about another chilling aspect of these creatures: disease. Dinosaurs, like modern animals, were not immune to pathogens. Scratches on fossils reveal evidence of ancient bacterial infections that would have caused slow, excruciating deaths. One notable disease related to modern-day trichomoniasis may have eaten away at the jawbones of tyrannosaurs, leaving them unable to eat and eventually leading to starvation. Imagine a colossal predator brought to its knees not by another dinosaur, but by the microscopic horrors thriving in a prehistoric world. And what of the friendly herbivores in the dinosaur ecosystem? Take the Parasaurolophus, a dinosaur with its trademark long, tubular skull crest. While its eerie calls were likely meant for communication, scientists theorize that a malfunction in vocal tissue could have produced nightmarish, ghostly sounds. These calls wouldn't just warn predators to stay away. They would have echoed eerily across primordial landscapes. Some scientists speculate that this ability wasn't all defensive. For some species, psychological warfare wasn't just a human invention, but perhaps the darkest truth about dinosaurs lies in their legacy. Consider this: birds. That's right, modern birds are dinosaurs' descendants. From the majestic falcon to the humble chicken, today's avian creatures retain traits of their dinosaur ancestors. But unlike their ancestors, birds have adapted to human-dominated worlds. They craft sophisticated nests, engage in complex social hierarchies, and even exhibit signs of emotional intelligence. Think about what that means. The same creatures who once terrorized Earth's ancient ecosystems are perched outside your window, watching and waiting. So the next time you marvel at a fossil in a museum, remember the blood-soaked world it came from. Dinosaurs weren't just creatures of fascination. They were ancient nightmares brought to life, a world shrouded in destruction, betrayal, and survival against the odds. Their fossils remind us of a time when nature's dark side reigned supreme, painting a portrait not of awe, but of terror. And there you have it, the dark side of dinosaurs, unearthed for all to see. Who knew that behind their legendary status lay a world so brutal, so haunting, that it could rival the most horrifying tales of our own time? Thank you for joining us on this dive into prehistoric darkness. Be sure to like, subscribe, and strap in, because you won't want to miss what's coming next in Dark Facts for Dummies. What other unsuspecting corners of history harbor nightmares waiting to be unearthed? Stick around, and you'll find out.